Hello to you. My name is Jessie Johnson. This is basic flying saucer science. You must know electricity to some degree to comprehend what I'm about to say. This is part 1 of 3 parts. Nikola Tesla invented the electropropulsion flying craft between 1891 to 1910 and had constructed and tested several rough working models by 1915. The basics of what makes the Tesla flying craft or TFC or flying saucer work are 2 main things: the ether and electricity. All true flying saucers are electropropulsive. Flying saucers are electropropulsive ether-based machines. There are 3 possibilities to make and build a Tesla flying craft or flying saucer propulsion system. 1. Electricity. 2. Electricity. 3. Electricity. By using positive and negative electric charges of elementary matter and the universal ether. Tesla physics deals with ether physics. When classical physics accepts fields, it becomes modern physics. When modern physics accepts ether, it becomes Tesla physics. A word of note: there are no extraterrestrials, aliens from outer space. None of these things exist at all, 100%. All abductions are humans abducting humans and experimenting on them. The real universe is not heliocentric. The heliocentric religion universe does not exist. Have no black holes, there are no quasars, galaxies, exoplanets, no extraterrestrials, none of these things exist, etc. All flying saucers are human-made flying machines, invented and flown by humans only, and works on ether propulsion. Having been flown no less than 110 years, and is Illuminati, military, and major corporations ultra top secret. Flying saucers, Tesla flying crafts, that is, use high voltage electrical charge and high frequency pulsed reactants. This uses both primaries, both DC, direct current, and AC, alternating current. The ether becomes rigidified in powerful electric fields. So the DC charge brush field current, high frequency pulses is used on the front or forward of the flying saucer ship to create rarefaction or rapid exchange of ether carriers to stretch the ether and enable the Tesla flying craft ship to move in the chosen direction. And alternating current, AC current, that is, AC high frequency current, is used on the back end of the saucer, which causes compression of the ether carriers to block their exit. The ether carriers carry super, ultra, micro helical tubes of force. The tubes of force entering the Tesla flying craft conductor dissolves in it, and momentum is imparted to the conductor at right angles to the tubes of force and magnetic inductance. The ether is also rigidified by the enormous rapid varying electrostatic force emitted by the Earth. The ether then asserts its inertia resistance. The ether is basically a storehouse of mechanical momentum. The ether has almost a balanced charge to mass ratio and responds responds, and responds, and responds to positive charged protons and negative charged electrons, and electrostatic high impulses. High voltage force electrostatic impulses is needed to force the ether to form momentum carrying super ultra micro helical tools of force as an equal and opposite reaction. Because ether space is omnidirectionally interpenetrated by ultra-fine radiation, electrical content is inherent in and to all matter. Atoms contain positive proton, neutrons, which are neutered by tightly bound electron within them and around the nuclei, or negative electron charge. Hold on a second, please. While I do this, let's continue, please. Magnetic fields impart rotation to an electromagnetic field. Flying saucers or Tesla flying crafts ejects repulsive ether, which is rarefied or low pressure stretched, causing atmopanic. The Earth is not a sphere, it is a plane. It has an atmoplane. And this rarefied or low pressure stretched causes atmopanic gases to become mutually repellent, producing a negative ion path. Here are terms of flying saucer technology: 0 point energy, 0 point radiation, 0 point matter. Now let's continue. Oh yes, and 0 point force. Let's continue. The EFF, the Earth's field force, gravity do not exist. The EFF, or Earth's field force, is the result of electrostatic and mass field imbalance to the equilibrium between atomic matter, protons, which pulls down with a little more electric charge than electrons, which has upward pulling charge, and ether space. To prove the existence of the ether, look at this. To prove the existence of the ether, please look at this illustration. Now, at the top is the proving the existence of the ether. On your right, the gyro disc is spinning. The gyro disc right here is spinning at 300 RPSs. That's rounds per second, which equals 18,000 RPMs, or rounds per minute. The gyro right here, gyro disc, is coupled to an gyro axis. The gyro axis right here, and the gyro axis is set, is not attached. 0% attachment, just simply set on the edge of the table. This is the table's edge right here, the table's edge. Set, just simply set on the table's edge right here, and it does not fall over. If you took the disc itself off of the axle, even though it's turning at that same speed, it would simply fall to the ground. So therefore, and in this case, it is leaning over the edge of the table, by only 10 degrees, almost 90 degrees, almost 180 degrees, better yet 180 degrees, by 10% from it. And it does not fall off the table. That means another force is present to hold it up against the Earth's field force. Now, to continue. The magnetic fields impart rotation to an electromagnetic field. the flying saucers, pardon me, the ether, let me continue, pardon me, the ether is rigidified by the effect of rapid varying electrostatic disturbance. Therefore, the flying saucer's force can be synthesized by creating high electric field stress, which creates even greater disturbance to the equilibrium, and can be restored by the movement of the saucer until its position satisfies the equal and opposite reaction law. The flying saucer movement satisfies the imbalance created by the absorption and dissolution of unidirectional super-ultra micro helical tubes of force that imparts momentum of the saucer along the polarity of the force. The force is applied by the saucer toward the ether space and is emanated, emanated outward from the saucer's surface hull and directed toward greater volume of space. The lines of force grow further apart, affecting more ether space volume. Fanning out. Pure Euclidean space do not exist. The ether and ether carriers in front of the saucer are stretched or rarefied, creating a low pressure cone. As charges causes atmoplanic, Earth is a plane and not a sphere. And as the charges causes atmoplanic gases to become mutually repellent. I personally have witnessed seven of these types of machines over the years. In Tesla physics, time and space are idea concepts only. They are not real in and of themselves, but they are used to measure the rate of events and quantity and volume, where volume is non-Euclidean. It is used, time and space are used to measure, calculate, predict, forecast certain functions and reactions. A saucer's general mechanical structure which makes it do the things it do. A saucer's general mechanical structure transmutes field states from classical to modern to Tesla physics. I want to thank everyone for listening and watching. This has been part 1. Please go to part 2 and then to part 3 for a complete comprehension of flying saucer, basic flying saucer science, or Tesla physics. Have a very good day until part 2.